Welcome to Discover Connecticut, the first hyper-local community-based show. We cover the real estate, the small businesses, and the 400 years of history under our feet. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. This is Discover Connecticut. Kim.
Mark.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, pleasure to see you.
Yes, you too, thank you for
Guys,
coming.
I'm here in Clinton, Connecticut today with Kim Williams. We're at this amazing property here. She's going to tell us all about it. And we're going to talk about this plight. She's currently trying to keep this property. So without further ado, Kim, welcome. How are you? Thank you for joining me on Discover Connecticut.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I just looked at it and I kind of felt a piece of myself. It was so unloved and abandoned, and I felt like I wanted to give it what I so badly needed.
And the horses, that's been a part of your life always?
Yes. Well, a funny story is that I named it Windjammers because my other horse that I had since he was 6, that I had over there, he looks a lot like the chestnut that I have there. He used to escape in the mornings, and he would take Regal and go gallivanting around the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
So when I first moved in here, the neighbor said to me, she said, "You have horses, don't you?" And I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "You lived over there, didn't you?" And I said, "Well, yeah, how do you know that?" She said, "Because your horses were here all the time."
Oh, that's so funny.
So I kind of felt like he came here and he guarded it until I was able to get my hands on it.
Wow.
And that was the first time I tried to get it was in 2017. And I had a fraudulent lender at that point. He took my money, couldn't do the loan.
Jeez.
So then I came back at it in 2019. A friend of mine, realtor, was able to get me another loan. Hence COVID. So it was supposed to close March 23rd or whatever.
That was the day they closed the government, I think.
And so the broker called up and he said, we got to close this right now. They're pulling all the loans.
Wow.
So they pulled the loan. So then I went back to the seller. I said, please, can you seller financing, whatever. And, I'm not going away. I said, I really want the property. I want to help it and save it. And so I was eventually able to work something out with them for about a year. And then I got into the first hard money loan. And so then I couldn't get finished with that because of COVID. They wouldn't fund any more money. So that's when I put the lot up for collateral, basically sold it to this investor friend of mine. And I was supposed to buy it back, a year and a half, something like that.
When things turned.
Right. So, but when I got out of this loan, I got into another one to finish the stone house. And that lender was predatory. And my first draw was 25% short of what it was supposed to be. And I called him up and I said, "Where's the money? I don't have any money to keep going with this. You're supposed to fund me the money."
Yeah, of course.
That's why gave me the loan. So he said, "Well, you signed the paper." I said, "What paper?" He said, "There's a 25% hold on all your draws." I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Would you mind sending me that?" So it turns out it wasn't a signature page, not an initial page. It wasn't a numeric page in the construction package.
But how is that legal?
I don't even
keep
know.
the funds?
Any
attorneys out there, we could use your assistance on this one, especially when it comes down to what's legal and what's not.
So the lot is what is in danger immediately. Is that what we should talk about now?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's the piece that I sold off to help me finish the construction of the main house. And the lot actually goes from the corner way over there all the way on the other side. So it stretches the full property line of the main house. And then the property line actually ends up being kind of near those big trees there. So it's only 100 feet off the back of the house.
Okay.
And because of the wetlands issues here, the only place to really build a house is about where that brown horse is. And that would destroy the integrity of this beautiful piece of property. A friend of mine came up with something that was absolutely beautiful. And he said it's a place where the wounded can heal.
Oh, I love that.
And I just thought that really touched what my mission is here and to save it.
I love that.
So
that should be the slogan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than anything I came up with so far.
Well, that's why we rely on our friends sometimes to see the things we don't.
And a lot of people say, well, you know, oh, can you boat? Can you fish? Can you canoe? Can you do any of that? And I'm like, well, no, but nobody else can either.
Yeah.
So it's like your private little spot.
It's absolutely stunning. Property's amazing. These horses are loving it. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys. Camera's moving too quick on me. Go back. There we go. Let's show these two beautiful horses here. So let's take a walk back. I think this is amazing. We got a chance to see a bit of the property. Do you want to show me the stone house maybe? Maybe we could take a walk through there because that's absolutely stunning.
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Yes.
All right, we're going to follow you.
Okay.
On our way back out, let's see if we can check out these horses. What are the horses' names?
So the black one is Star and the brown one is Diamond.
Star and Diamond.
Star and Diamond.
Love it. How old are they?
I think she's about 16 and he's maybe 22.
Beautiful. You're a beautiful horse. 16 and 22.
Yeah. And he's actually a Kentucky mountain horse.
Wow.
So when I first got him, I thought it was a quarter horse. And he starts running around out here and he's like running like a duck. I've never seen a horse do that before.
He was running like a duck?
Like a duck.
That is so funny.
And, so I came to find out that he was a Kentucky mountain horse. Somebody said, that's a Kentucky mountain horse.
That is amazing. He's beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
So cool that you own horses.
Yeah, they've been a part of my life for a very long time.
You used to ride?
I did. Haven't ridden in 6 years or so, and my intention is to ride him and ride the trails on the other side of the road. There's a whole trail system right across the street, and eventually something else I'd like to do with the bed and breakfast is to have people be able to bring their horses.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they could keep them here, they could do the trails across the street, and then in the fall they can go to Hammonasset because there's an open period where you're allowed to ride the horses on the beach at Hammonasset.
That is cool. See, that should be like a selling point for sure.
Yep, so that's another something that I would love to do.
I just can't get over how peaceful it is here though.
Yeah.
So you got the house right there, you got the stone house right here,
Yeah.
you got the pond in the back, the horses right there.
Yeah.
Let's go inside, let's take a peek at this.
Okay.
I'm following you. So, I want you to just tell me what you did here. This is all new.
Basically, except for the stone that was left.
It's absolutely stunning. All right, I got to take the camera off because I can't show you guys with being in camera. I can't. I have to let Kim show us around. I'm going to just shoot it. Okay?
Okay. So like these crevices in here, that was all burned timbers, and that has all new 2x10 framing in there.
Wow.
And then you can see it here again. You can see it in the wall here. Tremendous masonry repair. These lentils were all gone. The little porch that was there had to be ripped down. That's what was left of the ridge, the burned ridge.
Wow. And just for an overview, look, so this is where it went from that, then look at that framing job, and you see them pouring the slab here. This is the original again. Look at how bad that looked.
Yeah.
Sheesh. So what a job well done. I mean, this is why we really want to reach out to you guys and see if you know anybody who wants to get involved and save this project, because, you know, properties like this being taken down by developers, not a good thing, my friends.
And then funny enough, this ad right here was an A&P ad, and I found it and I thought it was pretty funny because it was the A&P delivery manager that turned him in.
Is that the guy?
No, but I found
A&P was the one that turned him in.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
So, but I found an ad for A&P, so I framed it.
That's probably why he threw it in the wall. The ceiling. So cool. Now, and guys, that's just the first floor. So what's really unique about this is actually an Airbnb space, correct?
Yes.
So you can rent this space right now if you wanted to for a night, weekend, week, month.
That was it. That was the shell.
Jeez.
And there's the picture up here shows of the devastation from the
fire.
time,
And
passage of time.
And he had burned it all down and left it like this. Basically,
Yeah.
This is the state it was in when you
Yeah.
purchased
But the day that I bought it, that's what it was.
it. This is the day you bought. Okay.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And so what's upstairs?
Okay, so we have 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 2 porches.
2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 porches. Guys, what a cool space this is.
I literally just finished the construction in January, so we're still fighting, trying to get grass to grow and making it even prettier. And then I've made 9 million gardens, God help me, so I have to tend to those as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a lot of land to take on by yourself as well. That's the thing, that's why it would make sense for you to have somebody to be a part of it.
Yes.
And so you could turn it, make it glorious, not just great.
Yes, and make sure it's protected forever and safe.
That is absolutely the most important thing right now, is to make sure it's protected and safe.
Yes.
And so you've been the owner for 5 years now?
July 30th will be 5 years.
Wow. Okay. So I'm hoping you guys are tuning into this. You're thinking, you're racking your brains. I don't know if I should leave this here. A little scary too, but I'll do it anyway. Racking your brains. You're looking for a friend, a colleague, and anybody you know who may have an interest in doing something unique with their lives. Yes. And all it requires is somebody to get on board with you and be a part of it.
Yes.
So I'm going to see. I'm not on with you right now, so I don't know who's commenting, if anybody's seeing this currently, but do me a favor, share this feed. Anybody out there who's looking to invest in something, they're looking for something to do with their next chapter of their life. This is something Kim's on board and open to having a conversation with somebody who's got vision. And that's all you need, is some vision. She's got the vision as well. She has the property here and just needs to keep that property so you can finish off what's here and start booking this Airbnb and the space here, the horses. I like the idea of bringing people here to get away from the world and kind of heal. I think that's a really, really interesting perspective.
Yes.
And you should have events here for sure for that. So anything else you want to share with them? Anything else you want to show me before we wrap this up?
Well, we can show the 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the other porch.
Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Oh, this is great. Nice high ceilings.
And I did the same thing with the beams in the house. I left all
nice.
cathedraled and.
Let me show that. So you got the beams. Yeah, everything here matches the main house, which I think it should, because you got that classic charm. Let's see. Oh, I got you in here. Let me show.
Oh.
Wow, that's beautiful. Brand new. Absolutely stunning. Love the floors too.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
You have a little nook there for the shower. So cool. Over here, who's that guy?
I think that's Mark, isn't it?
So we got ourselves a nice vanity. I mean, I love the door here too. Look at this door. Nice.
Yeah,
love it.
My guy built all those doors custom, and the hardware's from England.
Oh, so cool.
And the floors, I went to Cape Cod and got the floors out of the mill.
You got them out of the mill? That's so cool.
Yeah. Stonewood, I believe is the name.
Wow.
And this is the full-size bed.
I like the windows with just the break in the center, so it looks like 4-panel instead. It's just so cool. Look at this, wow. I mean, the charm here, even though it's new, it has that charm, you know? It's got that vibe.
Yeah, like this, for instance, this mirror, that was from my friends Tara and Bob. And then I got this vanity off Marketplace, I guess, and I turned it into it was a cabinet. I turned it into a vanity.
Smart. Reuse. I like the repurposing of things.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this deck. It's a full size from side to side. That is so cool.
And when I bought it, this was all closed. These steps were completely annihilated. And my contractor fixed the first 3, and now this top part is starting to go, so I need some repair there again. So we had to re-support and jack everything up here. Then we had to jack it upstairs. And then I decided to just open it all up and use this as a kitchen.
Love it. I love it.
So, yeah, so he was quite a character from what I understand. I would have loved to have met him, but...
and when did he pass, do you know?
1993 or 8 or something, so it really wasn't that long ago.
No, he lived a really long life.
Yes.
I just assumed it was he died in the 50s or 60s or something, but he lived in almost to 2000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
20, 30 years ago is when he, you know, you guys have to see this. This is unbelievable. Look at the ceiling height here. Beams right up to the ceiling, got the skylights here. Tons of natural light coming in. You can't beat that. Let's do this. All right. Okay, should we go down or should I go into this? There's a door here. You want to go in through here?
No, we'll go into this one.
Okay,
and
yeah.
then that's the one with the view where you can
Oh,
really
yeah.
get the feeling for what's going to happen if that lot sells.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So this is what you get. Corner of the house. The views are spectacular. I'm going to try to go darker here so you can see this.
Oh, yeah.
Out the window, it's always hard to shoot.
Yes.
All right, ready? We're going to turn in just to see the full room here. I mean, this is glass. The entire room is glass.
Yeah.
Windows, 360. So cool.
And the framing on this side of the house, when we gutted it, the framing was so beautiful. I wish I hadn't had to cover it up because it was just perfect and just beautifully done. That probably helped it survive as well.
Yeah, you know, if you get a good frame job in there, you get a good contractor doing these things along the way. Well, there go the horses.
Oh, they're running.
Oh, I missed it.
Ah.
There they are.
Yeah.
They get to live their best life here.
Yes.
And then over here, this bathroom. Wow, let me zoom out first of all, because we're way too close. Look at this.
So my plan
Stunning.
up on the wall up on the top there was that's the original little vent window that was in the Capes back in that time.
Oh, I see.
So I wanted to actually make siding up there so that represented the outside of the original house.
Using more of the original siding there.
And then,
That's a great
no,
idea.
actually like do shingle siding because
Okay.
that would be the outside. And then the inside is got the 300-year-old siding on it to represent the inside of the old house.
Ah.
So,
You got great ideas and already the completed work, it looks amazing. The little niche in there for the soaps, beautiful.
yeah, it's a pretty cool spot.
And you know, you mentioned this earlier, but this absolutely matches perfectly with Stonehouse.
Yeah.
So it's like you mimicked, which is great. I like to see that, you know. All right, I'll follow you to the next one.
Okay. Well, I guess that's probably it up
Is
here,
that it?
unless
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do the other bathroom that's up here.
No, you know
or-
what?
or
That's
just go-
fine. I just wanted to show off a little bit of the space. So
Okay.
I don't want to. This is definitely like not a hey, let's walk and show off every detail type
Right.
of video, but more importantly is to show off that this place is extremely unique, and
This,
it should be saved.
This fireplace, actually, you can see because I raised the roof line here about a foot, and you can see where the original tar was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
And then this block here was the original ceiling height.
I see. Okay.
So, and then I haven't really figured out what I want to do here. My idea is to put some kind of solar lighting with a fountain here, but, you know, some other day.
Yeah. Priorities, right?
Yes.
So we're finding what's the most important priorities. Right now, the most important priority is to keep that lot
Yes.
so you could keep doing the other little projects.
Yes.
So, Kim, this has been an absolute pleasure, absolutely, walking around this property with you, seeing what you have here, this gem, which I hope we could find a way to salvage this, you know?
Yes.
I called a few people myself, but I'm hoping somebody out there seeing this and saying, why would I got some extra cash, I'll get involved.
Yeah.
If they do reach out to me, I'll be reaching out to you to see if we
Okay.
can keep this thing afloat.
Okay.
if this guy comes in Wednesday and he's playing hardball with you and he says you got to do something, let's at least discuss what that means.
Okay.
I think if you have to go to market with this, we're going to do very well.
Yeah.
Just because of the uniqueness of the property.
Right.
And then if we were shooting property videos every day with the horses and showing off what you can do with it would just generate more income for that for that sale. I hope you don't have to sell this. I hope you can keep this. I hope in 5 years we can have like another secondary, like you can say, hey, we have a bistro over there. Let's do a secondary episode of Discover Connecticut, you know?
And it'll be Kim is not cooking.
Kim is not cooking.
Kim is not cooking.
Yeah, exactly. But it was an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
finally, I mean,
you.
we've been Facebook friends for years. And now we finally meet in person.
Yes,
and I hope I can
so
help.
much.
That's all I ever want to do. If you need my services ever, if you need someone to shine a light or get out there and yell, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to go out there and do it.
I would love
know?
that. Yes, no, I'm so excited that you came. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the invite. This was such a cool episode.
Yes, yes.
Guys, Kim, I need you to help out here, okay? Send me a
Yes.
note, reach out. Go to Windjammer. Can you give the website? Windjammers?
Yes, windjammersct.com.
Windjammersct.com.
Yes.
And if you know anybody who could assist, do your part, all right? We're here this time in history for a reason. It's to help each other. It's to thrive together.
Yes.
So until next time, Kim, thank you so much.
you so
it's
much.
Discover Connecticut here in
Yes.
Clinton, Connecticut. Who knew? Who knew? Until the next time, it's
Thank
Mark
you.
Pyers.
Thank
I
you,
will
Mark.
see you soon. All right.